Good evening, everybody. Happy Easter to you all. Hope you've had a lovely day, whether it was a quiet day on your own, maybe, or maybe a family or neighbours or whatever coming. We've had a bit of a manic day here because I was chief cook and bottle washer for the staff member for his car club for my sins, and then lunch for 6. So all in all, it's been a bit of a busy one. So I'm delighted to be here in the quiet again with you because I've got a really, I just love this card. I'm hoping that you will do as well. And I'm going to show you a finished card before I actually go on to make it, because I'm so in love with this card that I can't wait to show it to you in a second. But I will just explain what I'm going to be using for the recipe. So the recipe is, this is new. So Maximumcrafts Leaf Swirls die set is brand new today and available up here on the maximumcrafts.com website. I'm teaming it with the Arch Easy frame, which you probably have already got, but the last few are still available, so you can pop on for that. We've also got the new Trim Me Birthday Milestones insert pad. Show you all about it in a minute. Colour-wise, I'm going for the Painted Petals foil edged card and the Painted Petals cardstock all together. And I'm bringing in the Cape Daisy, and I've also got some new gems as well. Oh, what a big recipe. It's like when you look at those Jamie Oliver recipes, isn't it? And you think to yourself, oh, that looks nice. And when you get there, there's a bit of this and a bit of that, and you never use it again. The good thing is half of this stuff you've already got and you'd be using it again. But today I'm going to show you a really lovely card, or I think it is anyway. I'll take that over. Let's take that out of the way and show you my finished card. So this is congratulations on your 80th birthday. So the foil, everything coordinates beautifully on here. So we've got, this is the foiled edged card. So you can see it's got a silver foil to it. And there are 16, I believe. Let me just check on that. 16 sheets of here, 2 of each design. Yeah. Do you know, that's the fib. It says contains 16 sheets, and then down there it says 24 sheets. Oh, who knows? Who knows? I'll have to count them up. But they are beautiful. I've got some silver mirror card going on behind there as well. This is the arch frames. So you may recall that we have these about 6 months ago, and they come with a set so that you can put a window on it. But I didn't want a window today. I just wanted an archway. This is the Trim Me set. I'll show you that in a second. This is the leaf swirls. There are 2 of those. I'll show you them in a second as well. This is the Cape Daisy, and I think you can see in all their glittery, the beautiful new gems. So let me explain all of the little elements to you as we go, and then you'll be able to see how it all goes together. This is an A5 size card, so it's not your largest of your rectangular ones, but almost your largest. But I think that if you're sending a special card on one of your big numbered things, like your 80th or something, it's worthwhile doing that much bigger card. So let me show you the inserts, and let's choose one of those. I'm not sure if Shirley is on tonight yet. I can't see whether she is, but happy 70th birthday, Shirley, for in the week. I happen to notice that. If you look at all the chat bits and pieces, if you are signed in on your Google account to YouTube, you'll see that we're putting all of the things. I know there's a lot. I do apologise, Maximum Crafts. There is a lot of different elements on there, but they're all under the all YouTube products section as well. So you should be able to find all of those little links there. So these come in silver or gold. They are the same numbers and everything and the same style, but they are silver and gold. I'm using the silver today because it's going with my cardstock. So you've basically got 10 different sentiments. There are 4 of each of them, and you can see here what there is. Okay, so thinking of you on your, oh, you can't see that at all, can you? Thinking of you on your 90th. Congratulations on your 80th. 70 today. Happy 60th. The big 50. Oops, I nearly missed them. 40 wishes just for you. Cheers to 30. Happy 21st birthday. Wow, you're 18. And finally, yay, sweet 16. So a huge range. And ideal, I think if you're someone that makes cards for sort of charity or to sell, it's quite nice to be able to put numbers on them. And in this way, it's a slightly different way. So I am going to go for one of the 90th one now. I've done an 80th one because that's already spoken for. So now I've got another one to do, and it's for a 90th. Now, because this is a trim me sheet, on the back of all of the trim me's, you have got the different sizes of cards that you want to be doing, because this is for the insert. But in my case today, I'm actually going to use it as the focal point on the front. So I'm going to be doing something slightly different, but I just love that in piece. It's just really nice and classy there. Okay. So then I'm going to use I'm going to use that pattern, which is one of the patterns there. I'm going to be using it with some green tea. So the green on here is called green tea. So I needed a little bit of plain of that. And let me just show you some of the other designs on the paper, on the foils. So the foils you can see are the same sort of different colours that we've got, different colourways. You've got a bluey colour, beautiful little lilac, lavender. Butterflies, I've already used some of the butterflies, which are really pretty. So it's all a silver foil on these, which are lovely. Okay, so that is the 16 sheets there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that is your foiled edge. And then if you were to go for the coordinating card, 2 of them round the wrong way, I think. Yeah, you find that you have got the coordinating card for all of those as well. And you've got 3 sheets of each. I've used some. Okay, so that's all of the different card that goes with it. It just takes, you know, trying to match it up. It can be sometimes a bit awkward like that. So let us start. We have got our Archway. So these, as I said, are not new. So they're no different to them if you have got them from before. So first of all, I'm going to take the largest, the wider one, and I'm going to cut that out of my silver mirror card. And then I'm going to take the smaller one and I'm going to cut that out of my green tea. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those back to there. Let's have a look. Bear with. Okay. And I'm now going to get a pencil to draw around this piece rather than cut it out. I want to make sure that it fits properly. And I think that rather than cut it out with one of the dies and it might be tight on it, I'll show you what I mean in a second. I wanted to just make sure that it cuts out perfectly. So I'm just going to trim that myself. So just run that through. So you can see that, bash that. That is our inner frame. And I need this one because this is the one that I'm just going to pop over the top of here. just take that bit of tape off because I want to make sure that it's in the right place first. So I'm just going to place that over the top of my sentiment and sort of even that out just a little bit onto there. And I'm going to grab well, I was going to grab a pencil, but we'll grab a pen instead then, shall we? Well, will we even do that? Oh my goodness me. I spent too much time in this room today. What have we got here? Here we go. So I'm just going to put a nice big line around it, then you can see. And it's the outside only that I want to actually do. I'm not doing the inside. Okay, so you can see that I've actually just drawn around that. And then I shall grab my scissors and just cut within the line by a little bit, by about 1/4 of an inch if we're doing inches. So it only needs to be roughly just inside that line. So it doesn't really matter whether I did it in pencil or anything because I'm not needing that bit. So ordinarily the trimmies are for the inserts inside where you've got all the measurements, but this one I want to have it slightly different. Let's find my other frame. So this is my outer frame. Put that back over there. And then that is going to sit on top. Oh, I could get hold of it. That's going to sit on top. And then that is going to sit on top of there so that it's nicely framed. So let's pop this together. Oh, boiler's leaking as well. Oh my goodness. Has it been a nice day where you are today? It's been horrible here. It's such a shame. All the nice weather we've had, and people that generally want to have time off can't, and then they come to have a nice long weekend and it's as if someone said, oh no, we've had enough of that weather. Let's make it not quite so nice. But there you go. I'm going to put, of course, some foam onto the back of here. So I'm going to put straight pieces down here. Oh, that reminds me. I've got more foam to put onto the thing and I haven't put it on. So I'm going to put straight lines down there, but this is a curve. So I'm going to break off a piece of this. I'm going to take off the backing so that it is more flexible. And then I can bend it round slightly so that it fits in like that. Got a gap. We can cope with a gap. And then just pop that bit in. So I can take this tape off, and I've got nowhere to stick it at the moment, but where I'm going to stick it is over my frame, my sentiment. So I'm just going to, whoops, be very careful. Stick that down like that. And then from the other side, just press down. Now, when I come to sticking it onto my card front in a minute, I'm just going to be able to put glue straight down there. But that is already a lovely different way of putting a sentiment in. And again, making it as a focal point. So let's get our other part of our card together. So as I said, we've got a blank card of an A5. And I'm going to put 2 layers onto this. My first layer will be mirror card, and the first layer, turn it around the other way so it's not blinding you, will be 14 centimetres, and it will be by 20 centimetres. So I'm cutting it along the long edge so that I could get 2 out of it. So 14 and by 20. So that's my silver mirror card. And then, whoops, I'll take my piece of foiled card, and this is going to be slightly smaller, so 13.5 centimetres by 19.5 centimetres. Okay, and let's get all those elements. So I'm going to put straight down onto my card blank my silver mirror card first as my first layer. So just put a little bit of glue there. Now, it looks like I've sent the cold wind up north, because I think some people were, to start off with, saying that it had been nice there. Oh, frost as well. Oh, gosh. We don't want any of that. I thought we'd done with that sort of thing. My tortoise doesn't want any of that, that's for sure. So that's my mirror card. I'm then going to pop my beautiful foiled card straight on top of that. So let's just put those 2 layers. And that goes onto there. So just leaves a little border all the way around by doing it 0.5 centimetre smaller. Or if I was doing it in inches, I would do 1/4 inch smaller. Then I can bring in my frame, and my frame can then go into the centre there. And as we said, I just need to put glue onto the back of this piece, because we've put all the foam on. Don't need to put any more on, but just onto that piece. And then pop that into the centre. I made one of these yesterday, as I said, let me show you the colour. Oh, unfortunately, I forgot to take a photograph, because someone came and saw that and said, oh, I love that. You couldn't make one for me for a 50th, could you? So I did that, and I did it in those colours. Aren't they lovely? So that's the soft lavender and that beautiful. All from the same packs, of course. So that's my card base. Now let me get my flowers and my swirls onto it. So my swirls, you get a set of swirls that look like that. So they are approximately 10 centimetres or 4 inches long. And then at the widest part, they're a couple of inches roughly, or 5 centimetres. And you've got them so that they are as a pair. So one faces one way, one faces the other. Because if you're doing them as those sort of corner embellishments, it always looks nice. So, oh, there they are, all cut up, ready to go with the swirls. I've cut that out of moss green, by the way. So take those out of the way. And then I've teamed it up with the Cape Daisy flower. Now, because I'm putting my new gems on, I haven't included, when cutting out, the centres. So this is the Cape Daisy stamp die set. It comes with 3 flowers, but it also comes with the small centres so that you can do your centres. But I'm going to be using the new gems, and so I'm not going to worry about cutting out those centres instead. So I've already cut out 2 sets of those, so that I've got myself 2 large, 2 medium and 2 small. And I want to grab a piece of scrap, which is hardly scrap, but still, and just put a little bit of colour into the centre. It isn't very much, and you don't have to, but personally I think that it finishes the card off beautifully. Just making sure I had them all right way around. So I'm going to take my I will take this one. This is bundled sage, but it seems to be particularly low. I do need to get another one. So yeah, so let's get my, so I'm just going to take a dauber, except it's not a dauber, it's a brush dauber. I have got some more of these coming in. So it's a brush on the end, not the sponge, and it's all coloured so that it seems to make sense to me. Then I know that this is a green one, and that's the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm just going to sort of go round in a little movement. I'm going to have to put on mine a few little layers, to be honest, because this ink is really low. I've had it about 15 years. I'm sure they do re-inkers, but I couldn't be bothered with a re-inker. I think I'd get it everywhere. Me and re-inkers would fall out, to be honest. I'd have more. I just wouldn't. No. Let's not even think about it, eh? Life's too short. Just go and get a new iPad. Well, that would be short. No, life's too short to put a re-inker on, as far as I'm concerned. But whatever. Yeah, I think the re-inkers are often the similar sort of price. I know you can use them for all sorts of other loveliness, but yeah, for me, another pad would be all right, thank you. So bundled sage was the colour I used there, so that it goes with, I don't know if you can see that, but I think you can, even though it's not true colours here, but you can see that that green fits in quite nicely. Okay, let's pop that back. Oops. Right, now I'll get my little cushion and I'll get my little doodah. You know what a doodah is? Just folding that into the centre. And I'm going to put my ordinary glue to start off with in the centre of one, with the one on top literally sitting on the top there. And then I'll use my ball tool again to just actually hold them and place them into position there. Okay. Sarah says she loves the colourways. Yeah, I do too. It's unusual. I mean, it has got the pink and bits and pieces that I usually use, but I love being a bit challenged with using some of the other colours, which is nice. So, and it's so nice not to have to think about what colour card. You've got it there, all goes with it. So yeah. So I'm just putting these same layer onto each one. And then when they're set a little bit, let's put that over there. When they're set a little bit, I'm just going to take, so remember there was two flowers. I'm just going to take the petals from the one that was on the top, and I'm just lifting them up a little bit, and then I'm going to just curl them a little bit. Now that is purely because I want to do that, as opposed to you have to. You can use them completely flat. I need to use a proper, hold on, let's grab a bone folder. Wait a minute. Oh. So that I can just do that, just to give it a little bit, but that's purely down to me, because that's what I like to do with my flowers. So just done that one, and then the small one, and then I'll show you the gems. So the gems come in packs of assorted only, and they are about 30 gems in your pack. They come in 4 different types, but all packets have got an assortment of all of the ones that I'm just about to show you. I am expecting some more in later on in this week, but I think because of the Easter, same with the string of pearls, because of the Easter, it's a bit later than I had thought it was going to be. So I thought they would all be here, but I am still getting some more in. Okay, because let me show you them. So you have got a variety. You've got, now I have actually put in a couple of packs and I've sorted them out in colours, but this is not how they will come. You'll get about that many, about 30, but they will be a mixture of all the colours I'm going to show you. So you have these, which are pink with a pearl in the centre, pink pearl in the centre, and then on the outside you've got the pink, but then you've got the little diamantes in the middle. Then you have got the gold, which again is exactly the same, gold and then diamantes in the middle, sort of like a gold pearl type of thing in the middle. Then you've got pearl itself, so it's pearl on the outside. Oh, and then pearl in the middle, diamantes around the outside. And the ones that I'm going to use, which are silver. So they're silver colours, and then they have got the diamantes and more of a sort of shiny silver in the centre. And I'll need 3 of those for this because I'm going to put 1 in each flower. I really, really like these. These are so nice. I like flowers to have a centre. So I'm going to use some hot glue gun so that this sets nice and quickly. Just put a little bit of glue in there, and then my beautiful diamante. Isn't it lovely? Whoops. Oh, crikey. Throwing it all on the floor now. Oh, I better not put my seat back on that. I've knocked a die, sentiment die on the floor. Again, a little bit of glue. The gems themselves are approximately just under a centimetre diameter. Whoops. Just hold on to that whilst it sets. And then we've got our last little bits to put in. So you've got your beautiful, all the little bits of string. I'm pulling all the little bits there. Oh, look at that magic. Stay. So with my little leaf swells, I'm going to put 1 sort of along that side there and 1 sort of along that side there, so that it lends itself nicely to being flowing sort of thing. So I'm going to put some glue down the centre there. And just hold that for a second in place whilst it goes off. And then this one, so that's why I did the 2 facing the opposite way, if you see what I mean, so that I've got a nice pair. That doesn't sound too good, does it? So I've got that curly swirly going on there, and then I'm going to come in with my daisies. So I don't want to deter away from the wording, but I reckon something a bit like that. So I'm going to put them first of all I'm going to use hot glue, and I'm going to put the largest one down first, and I'm going to put quite a big blob because I want it sort of higher up. So like that. As I say, I don't want it to deter from the wording there. Then I'm going to take this one. So this is the medium one. I'm slotting it under some of the petals of this one so that it all looks as one. And then this little one, just again slotting it in. And because I've used hot glue gun, it's set rather, and it's 10 seconds, it's set completely, and you're away. So there you go. I just love that. I love it. You could obviously add more to it if you wish. You could put one of your Trim Me inserts inside, one of your happy birthday ones type of thing, or celebration. And of course, as I said, there's all sorts of the colorways that you could do, but all of the colors of the card are, so the color of the background of this card, the foiled card, is available in the colored card mixed pack as well. So it's all there together. And I know that one says the 90th, and I know that this one is exactly the same color. And then that one's the 80th. I just love it. I hope you do as well. So thank you, Sarah. Okay, I'm just looking at the signs now here. So, the crystal flowers. Okay, so the crystal flowers are sold out. I do apologize, but as I said, if you are interested in them, they will be coming in again. Well, we've still got a bank holiday tomorrow, haven't we? So hopefully Tuesday, but I'm certainly hoping by Wednesday, so you can pop a little look onto there. Thank you, Di. If you have liked what you see, thumbs up. So that would be good. Running along down here somewhere, if you can. Oh, you are good, reminding me. Oh. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, so the gems have sold out. Yeah, so I know what I was going to say now. Because it is bank holiday, obviously nothing will be going out tomorrow because it's bank holiday. And so it will be a couple of days later than it normally is for you for any orders that you might like to place, which would be really great if you could, because of the bank holiday, because obviously nothing will go from here until Tuesday now. Okay. I will be back on Wednesday evening, which is St. George's Day, the 23rd of April. I'll be back at 6 o'clock, showing you some different techniques and bits and pieces. And one thing that I think I'm going to try and incorporate, which sounds a little bit, I'm sort of giving myself a challenge here, is if you recall, I cut out, obviously, the frames, and they give you waste, which is these. And I am quite determined that I'm going to do something with the waste of that. I've no idea yet. Well, I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm not quite sure what. But there's a fair amount of card there, and I don't want to, you know, just, well, not throw it away. I could cut out, obviously I could cut out more flowers. I could cut out both of the flourishes from it even. But I just have got in my mind that I want to set myself a challenge of using both of those. And then, then we're coming to the end of month. Oh goodness, isn't the time flying? The time is absolutely flying. I've got a new concept coming, but it will be next month now, so not yet a while. But I think that you're going to like it. It's a nice mixture of dyes and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I look forward to showing you that. I could indeed make a tag, but I'm trying to think of making a tag that's not a tag, because that's obvious, sort of. I don't know. Watch this place and see. Okay, so I will let you go back to your TV or whatever it is that you wanted to watch. But thank you so much for taking the time to come and be with me here today, just for a little while. If you're not watching live, that's why we do the YouTube, so that you can go on anytime and watch this, and it can be today, tomorrow, next week, or whatever. Hopefully we will have some of the things that are still in stock, because unfortunately that is how it goes. But all of the stuff that I've got there, apart from the Archway frames, all of the stuff will be available again. Even when it sells out at the moment, I will still be keeping it in stock for a little while. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much. As I said, have a nice rest of the weekend. And if you have got any sunshine, if you could send it down south to me, just short of the Isle of Wight, that would be great. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.